11 things that Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his former client. In fact, I am so surprised. These 11 things, listen to me. As I begin to read them out, you will be shocked, you will be surprised, and you will be asking yourself, why did this lawyer represented Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the first place? And you will tell me, if these 11 things are real, concocted, blackmail, propaganda to tarnish the image of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or that Ejiofor is actually saying the truth, what happened? Please, you have to type in the chat section. God is exposing a lot of bad characters, a lot of evil people, a lot of bad influences, destructive influences that has been around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for so many years. Little wonder they never made any appreciable or sustainable progress in the course of the defense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and freedom of Biafra. God has been pushing every one of them away, one after the other, from season to season and from time to time. And this very time is the time of total purge, that they may all disappear into thin air, that freedom may come to the people of Biafra. Listen, I'm going to read from number 1 to 11. He titled it, The Curious Panic of Those Confronted by Nothing But Silence. Why the lamentation when nothing has been said. Number 1 thing he said, a supposed client personally embarked upon a relentless and ceaseless campaign of blackmail against his own lawyer for years. He is saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu personally embarked upon campaign of blackmail against him for many years. Number 2 thing he said, he published through his proxies unprintable and apparently manufactured materials calculated to create the impression that the lawyer had received professional fee under circumstances entirely different from the truth. Yet, the lawyer remained resolutely silent. He's trying to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, through some people that he sent, published a lot of fabricated or manufactured materials, claiming that Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor received professional fees while he was handling the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But he is trying to say that the circumstance of these professional fees are entirely different. Number 3. He proceeded to file frivolous, ridiculous, and wholly unfounded petitions before the relevant professional body, founded upon what appeared to be venomous, malicious, and contrived allegations, all while the lawyer was still actively engaged in representing the supposed client. Still, there was no response from the lawyer. Is it clear to you now that he's talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Please stay with me. Don't log out. Listen to the number 4. Listen to the number 4. From his detention facility, he personally issued threats and, according to verified information available to the lawyer, gave direct instructions to his foot soldiers to eliminate the said lawyer. Yet, nothing happened. This number 4, I'm going to read it. I don't want to interpret anything so that they will not say Maxwell Nnawuihe is the one that is making it up. Let me quote him. Let me read it verbatim. From his detention facility, he personally issued threats and, according to verified information available to the lawyer, gave direct instructions to his foot soldiers to eliminate the said lawyer. Yet, nothing happened. What does it mean? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent threats, issued threats, and gave direct instructions to his foot soldiers, in quote, to kill his lawyer. To kill his lawyer. I don't want to add anything so that they will not say that Maxwell Nnawuihe added it. But it's very clear. Look at the screen. This is the statement of Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. It's not my statement. Accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of planning to kill him. Is that clear? Is that clear? Number 5. He continued to issue instructions from detention with the active assistance of the facility manager and, by extension, with apparent knowledge of the relevant security agencies concerning who should be kept alive and who should be killed. Still, there was no response from the lawyer. These are grave allegations. These are shocking statements. These are so shocking, surprising, and damning statement that is coming from the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, former lawyer, I beg your pardon, about his former client. That from his detention, that he continued to issue and give instructions with the assistance of the managers of the facility where he was detained or where he has been detained about who should be killed and who should be kept alive. That is what Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor is saying, referring to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Can you type in the chat section? Where is he heading to with these 11 shocking statements? Where is he heading to with this against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Let's go to the number 6. He accused the lawyer through information conveyed directly to his personal assistant of matters the lawyer had never contemplated, imagined, or remotely considered, including the most reprehensible and utterly unfounded and defamatory allegation that the lawyer had entered into an intimate relationship with his wife. Yet, the lawyer remained quiet. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Should I read again? Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Number 6. He accused the lawyer through information conveyed directly to his personal assistant of matters the lawyer had never contemplated, imagined, or remotely considered, including the most reprehensible and utterly unfounded and defamatory allegation that he had entered into an intimate relationship with his wife. Yet, the lawyer remained quiet. This number 6, he was saying, or he is saying, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent a message through his personal assistant telling or accusing him, his lawyer, of entering into intimate relationship with his wife. Have you heard it from Ejiofor before? You are hearing it now. Have you heard it from him? You are hearing it now. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent this message directly to him, accusing him that he has entered into intimate relationship with his wife. Number 7. He continued to personally issue threats against this very lawyer through various social media platforms and handles, which were reportedly traced to his place of detention. Still, the lawyer maintained his silence. In other words, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was issuing threats and saying a lot of things that are so threatening to his lawyer. And when they began to trace where this communication is coming from, the social media platform through which these threats are coming to Barrister Ejiofor, they now discovered that these social media accounts and platforms are actually coming from the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In other words, that from the detention, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was communicating and dishing out threats through social media platforms and accounts. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can actually use phone in detention. But we were told that he is not allowed to use phone. Barrister Ejiofor had told us so many times before this time that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not allowed to use phone, that he in fact, you don't go there with phone, no internet, no laptop, no computer, only biro and paper. We must continue. Is it shocking to you? Is it really surprising to you? Type in the chat section. Let's go to day number 8. In all these devastating episodes, it apparently never occurred to the daydreamer that by repeatedly launching such attacks and allegations against his former lawyer, he had himself fundamentally altered the circumstances surrounding professional confidentiality, particularly insofar as the lawyer might be compelled to defend his own person, reputation, and integrity. Still, the lawyer kept quiet. Let us go to number 9. But the very moment the weight and brutality of the evidence that Lolo Nneka was prepared to place before the court in defense of herself against a frivolous and ridiculous defamation suit were brought to his attention, the self-styled champion of professional confidentiality suddenly remembered the existence of that sacred principle. Did you understand that? Look at the screen. Watch this video to understand this very part and many other parts of this statement. Watch this video on the screen. He is now defending the step that Lolo Nneka Chimezi has taken against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is now defending it, that as soon as the woman threatened to bring the evidence she has about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now remembered that Barrister Ejiofor must keep the confidentiality of privileged information according to the rule and the laws of Nigeria, which also governs his profession as a lawyer, to protect the privileged and private information of the client. Who gave Lolo Nneka Chimezi such powerful weapons in form of documents against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who gave Lolo Nneka Chimezi such type of documents to use against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Type in the chat. Let us go to number 10. Let me therefore tell the daydreamer this. He's calling Nnamdi Kanu a daydreamer. He defended a daydreamer for about 10 years. The time has not yet come for me to divulge professionally obtained information. And when, if I had intended to do so, I would have done so long before now. I, however, consistently allowed myself to be guided by the dictates of professional ethics, restraint, and responsibility. I have no desire whatsoever to become responsible for the consequences of another person's actions. After all, the evil that men do does not simply disappear. It ultimately follows them. The evil that men do. Talking to his former client. So you were defending a man that was doing evil in court. Really? Really? So you were busy defending a man that you know that was doing evil for more than 10 years. Wow. Wow. You're a great lawyer. Number 11. Further to the foregoing, I do not dignify every concocted or apparently forged correspondence hurriedly assembled by overzealous actors who, in their desperation, now appear to be running faster than their own shadows. So why the lamentation when, in truth, nothing has been said? Why the sudden panic? Why the hurried invocation of professional confidentiality? Why the desperate attempt to silence a voice that has for years chosen restraint over retaliation? Let those who are impatient to know what has not been said continue to lament. Let those who have been running faster than their own shadows continue their race. Let them continue to mistake silence for weakness and restraint for surrender, but they should be reminded of one immutable truth. Silence is not ignorance. and restraint is not helplessness. Sometimes silence is simply the deliberate choice of a person who knows precisely what he possesses, what he knows, and when the time is right to speak. For now, nothing has been said, and perhaps that is precisely what is causing all the lamentation. Time, however, is fast running out. It is only a matter of time. We move. You can see his name there at Ejiofor Bar, July 27th, 2026. Men and brethren, have you seen this type of communication and condemnation so damning, so surprising, coming from a Yoruba lawyer against his Yoruba client or former client? Have you seen such communication? Have you seen such revelation? Have you seen such damning statement that is so clear, crystal clear, coming from an Hausa lawyer against his Hausa client? Have you read it before? Have you watched such a video before or leaked audio tape before? What a shame. What a total disgrace and abomination. This type of people are not qualified to appear in the corridors or on the rostrum of liberation or freedom of a nation. They are not qualified. This kind of people are not qualified to come anywhere close to freedom fighting organization. I mean a genuine freedom fighting organization. Type in the chat section. What do you make of this? Is it too little, too late for this type of write-up? Or is he making a good point about Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu? I won't decide for you. Say your mind in the chat, and I will definitely see you again.
Subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow Maxwell Nnawuihe for more updates. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram for more updates.